Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shantae and this is Booked with Shantae. Today I have a small book haul that I want to share with you guys, so let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so with me being a Kindle girly and primarily preferring to read on my Kindle, I did get 3 books on my Kindle and then I have 4 physical books, but we're going to go ahead and start with the physical books that I got. The first book that I got is People Person by Candace Carty Williams, and I have her book Queenie. And so the thing with Queenie, I got that book years ago, whenever it first came out. I started it and I did not finish it. It was not like I never want to read this again. I just felt like at that time in my life, I wasn't feeling it. Like I couldn't really relate to it. And so then I know there's like a Hulu show that eventually came out. I tried to watch the show and I knew that the show was good, but whatever I had going on in life right then, it just was not allowing me to be open to it. However, I do feel like I want to circle back now that it's been years and years later. I want to circle back to that one. And I wanted to pick this book up because the plot actually sounds really, really interesting. People Person is a contemporary novel about 5 estranged half-siblings who are forced to reconnect after a chaotic, traumatic event. Sharing only a neglecting father, they build a genuine bond while navigating the messiness of family trauma and identity in South London. So what really drew me to this is, one, I love that it takes place in South London. I love stories that take place in like London. I don't know why. I love a good Black British storyline. I'm gonna just say it like that. I love that because it's a culture thing. I like reading about different cultures outside of, our everyday culture. And then I love the fact that it has that family theme to it. So I love reading stories about family dynamics. We gonna probably get some secrets or like it said, some messiness. So I love that kind of thing. But I am excited to read this. And I think I'll probably read this before going back and rereading Queenie, just because the storyline of this. So maybe that'll give me like some unction to go back to Queenie. I'll get a better idea at this author and her writing style. The next book I have is Needy Little Things by Chanel Desamore. And I've heard about this book a couple of times over on the Book Talk streets, and it sounded really interesting from what people were talking about it. So this is a YA thriller about Soraya, a teen with the ability to hear people's tangible needs. When her friend Deja disappears after requesting help, Soraya uses her powers to investigate, challenging societal apathy toward missing Black girls in this high-stakes, twisty mystery. So this automatically sounds really good. We got some thriller in there. I love a good investigation story, especially with it being a YA. It'll have, the little innocence to it as well, I'm sure. But yeah, I heard some good things about this over on TikTok, so hopefully this turns out to be a good one. The next book I got is another one that has been all over the Book Talk streets for the past month or so, and that is This Ain't Our First Rodeo. And this is by Liera Tamani. And of course, I had to get it because the sprayed edges are just everything. Let's see. It is so beautiful. It is such a pretty book. Even the cover is just gorgeous. So I had to get the physical copy of this one. Another thing that drew me to it, honestly, is we know that cowboy, cowgirl culture in our culture is been real popular the past couple of years. And I never really leaned into that too much. I never really looked into it or kind of got into that aesthetic or culture. However, the past couple of years, I've ran into a couple of friends that are really into the culture. They go to trail rides, they have horses and stuff like that. And I actually last summer went to one of my friends' land and rode a horse for the first time. So that was really, really cool. So I'm like, let me pick up this book and get me a good little like cute cowboy, cowgirl, rodeo romance going on. So this is a contemporary YA romance following Josie, a ranch-loving girl, and Sean, a determined bull rider whose lives entwine at the Houston rodeo. It's a second chance romance about navigating complex family pressures, pursuing dreams, and saving a treasured family ranch. So this automatically hooked me with the family pressures, pursuing dreams, saving a treasured family ranch. I'm assuming one or both of them is probably doing something that their family wishes they would do something else. I didn't realize this is considered a YA too. I'm assuming they're probably like maybe older YA. I don't think they're like in high school or anything. I don't know. But yeah, I'm real excited to read this. And like, it's such a pretty book. This is like just a book that you want to read because it's pretty and you just get in a good mood while you're reading it. So definitely planning to read this in the month of April because I want to, read something or a couple things that feel like springtime. And I feel like this one does that. So definitely going to check this out in April. And then the last physical book that I got is a memoir, and it is Over the Influence, and this is JoJo's memoir. JoJo is my girl. Like, how old was I? Whenever she was big, I think I was like late elementary. I think I was like preteen, like around that age. And I was such a JoJo fan. So when I saw that she had a memoir, I was like, you know what? I gotta check it out. And I actually wasn't expecting it to be in Barnes & Noble. I wasn't expecting to find it there, but I happened to find it and I was like, I have to get this. Excited to read and see what she has to say because I don't know too much about her. I've done a little research on her. Oh, she has pictures in here too. I'm flipping through. She got pictures in here. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. This is going to be so nostalgic for me. This is going to take me back to like them preteen years when she was everything. I've actually seen her live. I was in, I want to say my junior year of college because I did an internship and I would have to go to different concerts and shows and stuff around the city. And her show was one of the ones I went to and I was just gagged. Love her. So really excited to get into this one as well. Okay, so the first book that I'm going to discuss on my Kindle purchases is another book that has been heavily discussed in the book world, and that is Where the Wildflowers Grow by Tara Shelton Harris. And I got this on my Kindle because they had it for like $1.99 and I thought that was like a steal. And with me being a Kindle reader, I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta get this. However, I am still planning to get the physical copy of the book because that book is absolutely gorgeous. I'm sure everybody has seen it at this point. It has the sprayed edges. The pictures are just vibrant. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna get it, but I thought it was a good deal to also get it so I can like actually read it on my Kindle and just have the book for display purposes. But I actually did not know that the book was about what it's about because again, I don't really like reading summaries too much. I've just heard everyone talking about how good it is and how excited they are to read it if they haven't already, but no one's actually like said what it's about. So this follows Lee, a sole survivor of a prison transport bus crash who escapes to start over. She finds sanctuary at a rural Alabama flower farm managed by a man named Jackson, where a found family of residents help her confront deep-seated trauma and grief. I am sat for this. This sounds right up my alley. It has the found family. We discussing trauma, grief, like I just know I'm gonna eat this up. So that's really interesting and now I'm even more excited to read it. The next book that I got is a cute little romantic comedy and it is called Love Handles by Gretchen Galway. And this, a brief little description about this, it says, when a couch potato inherits a fitness wear company in San Francisco, sparks fly with her arrogant Olympic medalist vice president. So I got this because I've noticed that every now and again, I need something not to be taken too seriously because especially in the month of March, I read like some pretty heavy books back to back, maybe like 2 heavy books back to back. I just needed something to like lighten the mood a little bit. I'm like, dang, like I'm sad and stuff. So I've noticed that I really need those couple of books on hand for just something light. So I feel like this will be really funny. She's a couch potato. She ironically inherits a fitness company. And then, you know, you have that little romance where they probably don't get along, but then end up together. So that's going to be something like a little palate cleanser for me. And then the last book I got is Dominicana by Angie Cruz. And this follows 15-year-old Anna, who leaves the Dominican Republic in 1965 for a transactional marriage to a much older man in New York City. Isolated in Washington Heights, she navigates abuse, cultural shift, and independence, finding her voice and agency amid personal and political turbulence. So I'm really excited to read this one because it sounds crazy. A 15-year-old with a transactional marriage, and she moves to New York. So I'm like, how did that happen? And then it interests me just because it's like a different cultural background. So I do like to dibble and dabble in different cultural experiences. So I'm really excited to read this. All right, you guys, that is it for my book haul. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And real quick, before you leave, I just want to let you know, if you have a TikTok and you aren't following me, you should definitely follow me because we have a good time over on BookTok. My TikTok account is Booked with Shantae. I'll have it here on the screen, and it's the same as my YouTube. So go over there and follow. I'm pretty active on there. I post frequently. We just have a really good time over there. So that is it. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.